हिरण्मयेन पात्रेण सत्यस्य पिहितं मुखम्
तत्त्वं पूषन्नपावृणु
सत्यधर्माय दिष्टये सत्यधर्माय दिष्टये सत्यधर्माय दिष्टये हिरण्मयेन पात्रेण सत्यस्य पिहितं मुखं दत्तं पूषन् अपावृणु सत्यधर्माय दृष्टये सत्यधर्माय दृष्टये सत्यधर्माय दृष्टये सत्त्वं रजस्तम इति गुणाः प्रकृतिसम्भवाः निबध्नन्ति महाबाहो देहे देहिनमव्ययम्.
The three personality traits of Sattva, Rajas and Tamas, born of nature, bind changeless Atma to a body. It is said that once Siddhartha Gautam was performing severe penance. One day, due to severe hunger and thirst, he fell down.
And just then, a music teacher and his disciple were passing by. As they moved on, the disciple asked, "Respected teacher, how tight should one pull the strings of the veena?" The Guru replied,
It should not be so loose that the music becomes discordant, nor should be so tight that the string breaks. Pull the string only as much so as to produce sweet music. Not too loose, not too tight, but just right.
Though he was in a semi-conscious state, Siddhartha heard this conversation and then he knew his path. Neither too much nor too little, but just right.
Viewers, this too much, too little and just right is present in everyone. And the scriptures call these gunas.
These gunas are present in everyone and in everything. These gunas are Sattva, Rajas and Tamas.
It is due to different combinations of these gunas that variety and diversity are seen in this world. Everything and everyone is a combination of these three gunas.
मेरे तो गिरिधर गोपाल दूसरो न कोई मेरे तो गिरिधर गोपाल दूसरो न
भाभी जी, भाभी जी, भाभी जी. Mother is calling you to worship Goddess Durga. Please come right away. Everyone is waiting only for you.
Uda, I have already told Mother that I shall worship only Lord Krishna in this life.
Bhabhi ji, Goddess Durga is our family deity. You should certainly come.
Uda, go and apologize to Mother on my behalf. I have already surrendered myself to Krishna. Now it will not be possible for me to surrender to anyone else.
You're being stubborn, Bhabhi ji.
Even Krishna will not make me give up this dance.
Someday you'll surely have to face the consequences of your actions. Goddess Durga will never forgive you.
Meera, who was born in the Medta province of Marwar, was the daughter of Ratan Singh Rathod. At the age of 5, seeing a wedding procession, little Meera had asked her mother, "Where is my bridegroom?" Pointing at an idol of Lord Krishna, her mother had said, "This Krishna is your bridegroom." Since that day, Meera made Krishna the lord of her heart.
Meera was married to Bhojraj, the elder son of Sangram Singh, the king of Mewar. Whenever she could find time from attending to household chores, Meera would sing and dance before Lord Krishna's idol.
Wonder what Meera does all day and night in her room? The doors of her room are always shut.
Mother, I feel embarrassed even to mention this. I have even eavesdropped at her closed doors. Wonder whom Bhabhi ji keeps talking to? I think there is some Gopal whom she meets behind closed doors late at night.
Hey girls, you keep your mouth shut. And Uda, before the situation gets out of hand, you go and warn your brother.
My lord, the Mughals are spreading their base in Rajputana. Small kingdoms are surrendering to them.
But Chittor will not surrender. If Akbar wants a war, so be it.
But my lord, we have neither that large an army nor sufficient weapons. How will we even fight Akbar?
Are you afraid of dying, Thakur?
Salutations, Lord.
What is the matter, Uda? Why did you ask everyone to leave?
Brother, the matter is such that I feel embarrassed to speak of it.
Embarrassed in telling your brother? Ask me, what do you want?
I have not come to ask. I have come to tell you something, brother.
Go ahead then.
Brother, Bhabhi ji is seeing someone.
What? Uda, are you in your senses?
I have heard Bhabhi ji talking to someone with my own ears. If you can't believe it, then please see it yourself in the night. You will be convinced.
If it turns out to be true, I will kill that immoral woman.
You are my real husband, O Dark One. This Meera belongs to you alone.
Meera. So Uda was right. Where is your Savra?
My Savra is right here before you, Ranaji. If you try to see through my eyes, you too will be able to see him.
What are you saying? Are you in your senses?
Scandalous woman, tell us, where have you hidden your beloved, huh?
Why would I hide my Savra, Uda? He is right here.
मेरे तो गिरिधर गोपाल.
Be it at home or outside, be it Akbar or her in-laws, all such people have that Rajsik gun predominant in them, as they wish to impose their authority on others. Some try their opinions and ideas, some try to impose their religion upon others.
And those who thoughtlessly malign others, envy others, are ready to attack when provoked and also become violent. What would you call their guna, Sutradhar?
Tamasic guna. That guna is known as Tamasic guna, Nati.
So then what is Satvikta, Sutradhar?
It is an all-inclusive vision. It is the belief that the one who is in me is in everyone. So love everyone in the same way as you love yourself. For instance, Mirabai, in her devotion to Krishna, gave up the differences of superior, inferior and mine, yours. Meera would sing bhajans amidst common people daily,
And the sound of Meera's bhajans reached the royal court at Delhi too.
Tansen, I really wish to listen to Mirabai's love-soaked Krishna bhajans.
If you wish to get your head cut off at Chittor, you might attempt this misadventure, Emperor.
Akbar will attempt this misadventure for the sake of Meera's bhajans.
And the great lover of music Akbar and the great singer Tansen did go to listen to Meera's bhajans.
नैना बाण पड़े आली रे मेरे नैना बाण पड़े चित चढ़ी मेरे माधुरी मूरत चित चढ़ी मेरे माधुरी मूरत पुर बिच आन पड़े नैना बाण पड़े आली रे मेरे नैना बाण पड़े ओ नैना बाण पड़े ओ नैना बाण पड़े ओ नैना बाण पड़े
In whose love you are so deeply immersed, please accept this humble gift in the name of that Krishna.
Then please offer this gift to the one in whose name you wish to give it.
आली रे मेरे नैना बाण पड़े
My salutations, King. But I saw it with my own eyes. Not only that, but Akbar had even placed his necklace at the feet of Lord Krishna.
What if this information is false?
Then the king may get me beheaded.
Respected brother, I think what Uday is saying is right. Bhabhi's neither duty towards you as your wife, nor towards Rajputana kingdom. And the outcome of your leniency is that today the Mughal emperor came right inside our home, putting us to shame, and we could do nothing about it.
You did not fulfill your duty as a wife. I remained silent. Seeing your love for Krishna, I had a temple built in the palace. I even ignored your mingling, singing, and dancing with common people. But because of you, a Mughal dared to touch a Rajput princess and leave. If you have any sense of honor left, go and drown yourself in some river and leave me alone.
Tell me something, Sutradhar. If the Lord dwells in everyone, why are there so many differences in people? Some are absolutely calm, some are agitated, some remain inactive and indifferent no matter what happens in the world, and some wish to have their authority over the whole world.
It is all due to gunas, Nati.
That means everyone has some gun or the other that directly affects their behavior.
Yes, but all three gunas are present in everyone. They keep manifesting according to the time and situation. But in everyone, there is in fact one guna which dominates their personality. The other two gunas remain present in dormant or inactive state.
Hey, wait. We were talking about Mirabai. If Akbar did enter her temple, what could poor Mirabai do about it?
But if Bhojraj could realize that, why would he act so thoughtlessly? This is the Tamsik guna.
So then, what happened to Mirabai, Sutradhar?
Mira, she simply left for Vrindavan singing the glory of her Gopal. She spent several years of her life there. Seeing her love for Krishna, people even started considering her to be Radha reborn. Here, on the other hand, Bhojraj was repenting his mistake.
Mira.
You?
I have come to ask you for something.
What can the slave of Krishna give you, Ranaji?
Forgiveness. I have come to ask for your forgiveness. As soon as I came to know that you were here at Vrindavan, I came right away.
Where else could Krishna's Meera go?
I have come here to take you back with me.
Now I cannot leave my Krishna and go anywhere else, Ranaji.
Now no one will ask you to give up Krishna. No one. Please give me a chance to correct my mistakes. Please honor my request.
And Meera returned to Chittor with Bhojraj. After some time, Bhojraj passed away. And then Meera's in-laws starting harassing her once again. Sometimes a poisonous snake, sometimes poison. But Meera was not harmed in the least.
Sutradhar, what did Meera do then?
After being completely fed up with her in-laws, Meera wrote to the great saint and poet of her time, Goswami Tulsidas.
स्वस्ति श्री तुलसी कुलभूषण दूषण हरन गोसाई बार ही बार प्रणाम करहूँ अब हरहूँ शोक समुदाई घर के स्वजन हमारे जीते सबन उपाधि बढ़ाई साधु संग अरु भजन करत मही देत करे समाई मेरे मात पिता के सम हूँ हरि भक्तन सुखदाई.
You go and rest for a while. I shall write a reply.
Yes, revered saint.
जाके प्रिय न राम वैदेही सो नर तजिए कोटि बैरी सम यद्यपि परम सनेही नाते नेह राम के मनियत सुहृद सुसेव्य जहाँ लो अंजन कहाँ आँखी जेहि फूटे बहुतक कहूँ कहाँ लो जाके प्रिय न राम वैदेही.
And did Tulsidas advise her to cast off her relatives?
One should give up the company of Tamsik and Rajsik people. Any Gunatit would advise just that.
Gunatit?
The one who has risen above all the gunas. The one who remains unaffected within by the influence of all the three gunas is referred to as Gunatit. A Gunatit remains unaffected by the circumstances and remains at peace within ever, because he is aware that
समदुःख सुख स्वस्थः समलोष्टाश्मकाञ्चनः तुल्यप्रिया प्रियो धीरः तुल्यनिन्दात्मसंस्तुतिः.
The one who abides in the self is equanimous in joys and sorrows. To such a person, a pebble, gold, and diamond are the same. The pleasant and the unpleasant are equal. Such a person remains unaffected by insult or praise.
Taking Goswami Tulsidas ji's advice, Meera left Chittor to stay at her paternal uncle's place in Merta, where he welcomed her wholeheartedly. Now she was perfectly free to worship Lord Krishna. Just like Tulsidas ji, she too had become a Gunatit.
She had become Sarvarambh Parityagi.
Really? That means?
It means there is agitation or anxiety in actions prompted by desire. The anxiety to acquire something, to earn something, the anxiety to accumulate, the anxiety to amass wealth, the anxiety to acquire ownership rights. All these are known as Arambh. One who gives them all up is called Sarvarambh Parityagi. All these Arambh bring nothing but sorrow in life. All such desires are prompted by one's ego. But a Gunatit, having become free from ego, has experienced the bliss of Atma. Thus, renouncing an ephemeral existence, such a person experiences bliss of an eternal existence. And having subdued the ego just like a divine person, he performs selfless actions in the world.
मानापमानयोस्तुल्यः तुल्यो मित्रारिपक्षयोः सर्वारम्भ परित्यागी गुणातीतस्य उच्यते.
The one who remains the same in praise and insult is the same towards a friend and a foe. He is a Gunatit who is beyond the three gunas.
यस्य प्रसादात् भवमङ्गलार्था प्रसूत गङ्गो